Last season, the Big 12 lived up to the hype, packed with excitement, upsets, and breakout stars. Now, with about a month to go until the 2025 college football season kicks off, predicting who will rise to the top of the conference is anything but easy. And as always, the spotlight is on quarterbacks. These are not just returning starters. They're the faces of their programs and the engines of their systems. Let's kick things off in Ames, where Roco Beck is quietly turning Iowa State into a real contender. Roco Beck quietly put together one of the most efficient seasons in the Big 12 last season. He threw for 3,505 yards and 25 touchdowns, completing 59.4% of his passes. He led the Cyclones to a scorching 7-0 start, then guided them all the way to an 11-3 finish, plus a Park-Tots Bowl win. If Iowa State wants to contend for a championship, it starts with number 3 under center. Down in Lubbock, toughness is the name of the game, and no one embodies that more than Baron Morton. Morton brought toughness and resilience to Texas Tech in 2024. Playing through a partially torn shoulder for much of the season, he still managed to throw for over 3,300 yards and accounted for 27 total touchdowns. Morton runs a high-tempo offense with confidence and pace. And with the deeper receiver group featuring Micah Hudson, Coy Eakin, and Caleb Douglas, there's serious firepower in Lubbock. With an improved offensive line and a healthy offseason behind him, Morton has a chance to lead one of the most explosive attacks in the conference. In Fort Worth, Josh Hoover is coming off a breakout year that turned heads across the league. Hoover made some serious noise for TCU last season, throwing for 3,949 yards and 27 touchdowns, while leading the Horned Frogs with precision and poise. Hoover is a pure passer who can sling it all over the field, especially with returning weapon Eric McAllister in the fold. With Sonny Dykes retooling the roster around him, Hoover gives TCU exactly what they need: a steady, battle-tested leader who keeps them competitive every Saturday. Over in Waco, Sawyer Robinson is looking to build on the consistency he brought to Baylor's offense last season. Robinson came to Baylor from Mississippi State and gave the Bears the one thing they were missing: consistency. After adjusting to the system in 2023, Robinson returned in 2024 with a stronger grasp of the offense and more confidence in his throws. He passed for over 3,000 yards and tallied 28 touchdowns. Though his interception total rose slightly to 8, his ability to command the offense and make timely throws gave Baylor a much-needed identity through the air and kept them in the bowl picture. With the Big 12 wide open, Robinson has the tools to lead a dark horse run. The next step is showing he can sustain it over a full season. As we head west, Arizona State has found its spark in Sam Levitt, a QB who plays way beyond his years. Levitt is the crown jewel of Arizona State's young core. As a redshirt freshman, he broke the school record for total offense by a freshman with 3,328 yards and added 29 total touchdowns. Few expected that kind of production so quickly, but Levitt showed he doesn't need training wheels. His arm talent, escapability, and physical mentality gave Arizona State a new identity. And in their first full Big 12 season, he proved the Sun Devils are not just here to participate, they're here to disrupt. He also gets his top target Jordan Tyson back, who missed the end of last season due to injury, adding even more upside to a dangerous offense. At Cincinnati, Brennan Sorsby gave Bearcats fans a reason to believe with his dual-threat playmaking in year one. Sorsby, transferring in from Indiana, he made an immediate impact in 2024 with 2,813 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, and another 447 yards and 9 scores on the ground. He is a true dual threat and gave defenses fits all season. Wins were hard to come by, but Sorsby's development was a major bright spot. Entering year 3 under head coach Scott Satterfield, Sorsby will be central to Cincinnati's effort to turn the corner. Now over to Lawrence, where a healthy Jaylen Daniels could once again unlock the full potential of the Jayhawks offense. Daniels brings electricity to the Kansas offense when he's on the field. After missing almost all of 2023 with a back issue, he returned in 2024 to play in all 12 games and threw for 2,454 yards and 14 touchdowns. His ability to improvise, make throws on the move, and lead in the huddle makes him one of the most exciting QBs in the Big 12. If he stays healthy, Kansas could be one of the most slept-on teams in the conference. Kansas State might have found their next star under center, and Avery Johnson has already shown flashes of something special. Johnson took the keys to the Kansas State offense in 2024 and showed why he was one of the most hyped recruits in school history. The sophomore threw for 2,712 yards and 25 touchdowns, and added over 600 rushing yards with his legs. He is a threat the moment the pocket breaks down. With a full summer under new offensive coordinator Matt Wells and speed all around him, Johnson looks ready to make that next step. Morgantown's looking for his next leader, and Nico Marchiol has his eyes on that job. Marchiol enters 2025 looking to take the next step in Morgantown, following the departure of Garrett Greene. The former four-star recruit appeared in 8 games and started 2 last season, stepping in when Greene was sidelined and showing flashes of his upside. He threw for 434 yards and 5 touchdowns, plus 2 more on the ground, displaying the toughness and composure that fits West Virginia's gritty identity. And finally, don't sleep on Noah Fifita at Arizona, who's quietly putting together one of the more accurate passing games in the Big 12. Fifita turned heads at Arizona in 2024, throwing for 2,958 yards and 18 touchdowns, while completing over 60% of his passes. His connection with Tataora McMillan became one of the most exciting duos in the country. Now entering his second season under head coach Brent Brennan, Fifita's familiarity with the system should give Arizona fans even more reason for optimism. As always, the Big 12 runs through its quarterbacks, and this year, the stage is wide open. Let us know which returning QB you think will take the biggest leap in 2025. Drop a comment and join the conversation.